What's up, beautiful people? It's Mike James, founder and owner of P&Z Life Coaching, and I'm bringing you yet another episode of Black Business Booming. I'm so excited about this because the interviewees are flooding in, and this is great. Again, I did this to create a space in my circle and that's my followers to see a lot of Black businesses that are doing some amazing things. And you know, it's starting out with a lot of people that I know and I have a connection with. And I'm so excited about my awesome guest for today, my beautiful little sister. So I want you to take a moment and just introduce yourself, tell everybody who you are, and we'll jump into it.
What's up, everybody? My name is Halo Wheeler. I'm a singer, songwriter, actress from the Birmingham area. And of course, I have to just put in there, I attend the illustrious, incomparable Howard University.
You better do that. That's so awesome, man. You know, it's so funny. I've done another interview with someone I see as like a little sister. And I say, you know, it's amazing to see the journey, you know, where you, like when I first met you and to see what you're doing. So artist, musician, just amazing, accomplished student. That is something in and of itself right there, going to the Howard University. That's amazing. So again, you're from Birmingham. So like, what's your background in education before Howard? Like, what school did you go to in Birmingham and all that good stuff?
So my alma mater is Shades Valley High School, where I graduated valedictorian of my class. I love my alma mater. I go back all the time just to visit the educators who poured into me and who, you know, encouraged me along my journey. So yeah.
That's awesome, Shades Valley. So now you're at Howard University. So tell me about that journey to get to Howard and what made you decide to choose Howard and kind of what's your major, what's going on at Howard?
Yeah, so the only way that I was able to go to Howard University is because I was awarded the Gates Millennium Scholarship when I was in high school. My original plan was to attend University of Alabama as a music theater student. But when March came around and I got that packet that said you can go to any school you want to, I immediately changed my mind. And this was at the last minute, mind you. I changed my decision and decided to go to Howard University. I auditioned for the theater program there, made it in, but then decided, you know, I don't think this is actually the journey that God wants me to be on. So I decided to change my major right then to music business. And I have been having a blast at the university ever since. It was a culture shock at first because I had never seen so many different kinds of beautiful Black people from the diaspora. But it was just amazing to be able to learn about different cultures and all those types of things. I've been able to grow so much as a musician. I put my fingers on the keyboard a little bit now. You know, I strum my fingers on the guitar a little bit now. So it's just been an amazing journey being at the university.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so awesome. And like you say, I think that's a big thing, culture shock. Even when you stay home and go to school in state, you know, for me, coming from Phoenix City, Fort Mitchell, Alabama to Birmingham to go to UAB, I was like, whoa.
It's still a big shock.
Yeah, that's big. Okay, so you are an artist and your business is Halo Music, right? So it's you pretty much. So like when did you start your main gift? I'm going to call it your gift to the world is your beautiful voice, right? So when did you start singing? When did you know, at what point? Because, you know, with you, I assume you came out the womb singing, but at what point do you know, okay, I want to be an artist? When was that?
Well, so when I first started singing, I was 7. I led a song at my church, and you know when the babies get to singing, that the whole church be toe up and, you know, all that type of thing. But that was really when I decided for myself, music is it. It was it for me. So fast forward to 2010. I started singing with a local group around Birmingham called the Neo Jazz Collective. And I worked my way up the totem pole. I was singing background for a really long time. And then I decided we could do some lead stuff now. And then when Neo Jazz Collective disbanded, I started my own situation because I wanted to continue my gift. I wanted to continue sharing what I love to do with the world. And it's just been history ever since. So I would say professionally since 2010, but I've been singing since I was 7.
That's awesome. So awesome. So like that inspiration is just something that came from within to do that, right? You just knew it.
Yeah, it was just innate. It was like an instinct. I felt at home when I was on stage and when I had the mic in my hand, and I really made that decision that day that this was it for me.
Yeah. So that's that innate power, that feeling you had like, oh, this is it. This is the thing. Now, let's flip it a little bit. What's some of your inspirations as an artist? Who are some people who inspired you, be it known, unknown? Who are your inspirations as an artist?
There are so many. There are so many. I would have to say Shaka Khan. I would have to say Anita Baker, Jill Scott, India Irie. Just to throw some independent artists in the mix. His name is Brick Liam. Shout out to him. And maybe Victoria Monet. I love Victoria Monet.
Awesome. That's so awesome. Because even with athletes or anybody who perfects a craft or are on that journey to perfect the craft, it's always interesting to know who their inspirations are, because a lot of times you kind of see that vibe. If you think of the great Mamba, you think of Kobe, you saw so much of Michael Jordan in Kobe, the way he rested, the tongue, everything. So it's always interesting to know who someone's inspirations are. And then you think, yeah, I can see that. I feel that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the beautiful part about being an artist is that you can pull different things from different people to create your own image and your own sound. So I think that's the most beautiful thing about being an artist, is to have inspiration from different people of different eras and different times and different styles, just so you can merge and mash that into who you want to be as an artist.
Right. That's awesome. So getting started with your leading from just doing the artistry and growing to now having your business, Halo Music, and just being an artist where you're still constantly learning, like what was one of the biggest challenges that you face in the formation of you being who you are now, from everything to, just who you want to be, your name and what your direction is. What was the biggest challenge in, I guess, getting started?
I think the biggest challenge for me was finding work. And I think the problem with that was that I was 13, 14, 15, 16, trying to gig in these 21 and up clubs, these 18 plus clubs. And it was very difficult because these places have liquor licenses that they don't want to lose,
Mm-hmm.
So, and you have this young girl who looks young, she's not even, looking like she's a little bit older, trying to come in and perform for your venue. So I think that was my biggest challenge at first, trying to find people who believed in my dream and wanted to actually put me on their stages. But once I turned 18, things started to change, thank God. So, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, even now, because, you still look so young, so you said like 18, what does that look like? Some things started to change. Was it you telling them how old you were, or, what was the biggest difference? Because it's still one of those things of, people look at you and like, wait a minute. No, you're Halo.
Well, I mean, once I went off to college, it was a whole different vibe. Once I got to DC, really, it was a whole different vibe because the music scene is a little different there than it is here. Young artists are nurtured and appreciated in a different way. And I think Birmingham definitely nurtures and does all those types of things as well. But I think it's just it was just a different vibe when I got to a different city. More people were willing to invest, more people were willing to believe, and maybe I wasn't really telling my age the whole time.
Right. Maybe you were fudging.
Sometimes you gotta look the part and maybe not disclose all the information to the promoters. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's one of those things. It's like I think that's the everyday, right? Just the different things that you face, and it's also, I think it's part of that, demanding that respect, of my artistry. You know, it's like Erica Badu said, you know, I'm sensitive about my, you know.
It's real. Okay. It's real. That was another thing too that changed within me. I think once I got of a certain age, I demanded the room in a different way when I came in. I commanded the room in a different way. I walked in, I am the artist for the evening. You know, I would like my water room temperature, and not to be a diva, but it's more so just to step into that role and allow people to know, like, yes, this is who I am. And that's another reason why I named my first album, This Is Who I Am, because I wanted people to respect me. I wanted people to know, like, this is who I want to be. I'm an artist. And that's just that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I love that. And if you have not checked out that album, do it. Do it. So, kind of, we talked about it a little bit, but with you being an artist and doing, just living out your thing, what are the day-to-day challenges? Like, even now with you being a student, and thriving with that, and thinking about where your business is going to go, how you're going to grow. What's the day-to-day challenges that you face?
So the day-to-day challenges for me would definitely be consistency and just actually creating daily. As artists, our instruments are our bodies. And as most people know, we hold trauma in our bodies. So sometimes it begins to be difficult to want to practice or want to write or want to create. So I think that is my daily challenge. But then also on a larger scale, it's definitely trying to balance being a student, being an artist, working, like, you know, those types of things. I'm also in a group, an a cappella group on campus. I'm also in another group with my two best friends at Howard. So it begins to be a lot to time to manage that time. But it's just all a part of being an artist. And if you want to grind as an entrepreneur, some nights you're not going to sleep. You know, some nights you're going to be tired the next day. So it's just all about how much you want to put into your gift and your business.
Yeah, I love that. And the things, as I do more and more of these interviews, the things that each person can say in whatever field they're in, it's across the board. Because like you said, even though you're an artist, people in general, me doing my business as a life coach, it's things I have to deal with myself so I can be that person for my clients.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's huge. I love that. That's awesome. And then you have so much going on. So that's so awesome. So with the challenges that you face, on the other side of that, what is one of the most satisfying things of what you do, and just daily, what's the most satisfying thing?
Two things. Gosh, so many. Listen, I'm so passionate about music. I love what I do. I think the most gratifying thing, honestly, is live performance. There's really nothing like it. It's almost like a drug, if you will. It's like you want more and more every time you do it. It's just such a gratifying feeling to be on stage and to be celebrating with the audience on maybe their anniversary or their birthday or whatever type of special occasion it is. And you see people dancing and grooving. It's a really, really good feeling. Another really satisfying part of my work is when people hit me up on socials or even just via text and go, yo, I was listening to La 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 last night, or I was listening to this last night, and man, you are really inspiring, or man, you are really helping people. And that's what I aim to do as a musician and as a business. I want to uplift and inspire people through music, one song at a time.
I love that. That's so awesome. Oh, I'm sold. I'm sold. I want to know more. That's awesome. I love that. That's that roadmap, and I do that intentionally with this interview, the way I set it up, because, I do the challenges first, right? But then I do the satisfying part of it, because that gets you back in line with that roadmap, that direction, where you're trying to go. And it seems like it gives you that boost.
It's that thing that gets you going in the morning. You wake up every morning and you think about those things and you go, okay, I gotta grind, I gotta get it.
Right, let's go. Yeah, I love that. That's that fuel. That's so awesome. So in all what you have going on, what's next for Halo Music? What's next? Are you working on something? I know you said you're with the acapella group at school.
Yes, I sing
So
AfroBlue. So as we all know, we are in a time that
I'm sorry. Let me interrupt you for a second. You know, I'm thinking to myself, like, why my sis couldn't be on Afro Blue like 5 years ago when they were on, when they were on the competition show. I can't remember the name of it, but
yeah, the sing off.
yeah, I was like, man, when I first
Yeah.
saw that I was like, oh, why couldn't this be some years ago? I would have saw her.
And you know what's even crazier now? Those people are my friends. Those people are my, confidants.
That's so
Like
awesome.
I get to call on people from the sing off. What? It blows my
Yeah,
mind all the time just to hit them up, say, "Hey, what you doing? How you doing?"
yeah.
But yeah, being an Afro Blue, that's a whole thing within itself. It's very time consuming. We rehearse every Tuesday and Thursday from 3:40 until 6 p.m. And it's just very hard. Like, I'm not gonna even lie to you, my friend. Like, sometimes there are days where she comes in and puts a piece of music in front of you and she goes, "Okay, let's sing." And that was my first rehearsal in the group ever.
Mm-hmm.
So being in Afro Blue has just been totally life-changing in a way where it has challenged my artistry, because I'm not the best. Well, I wasn't the best sight reader when I wasn't able for somebody to put a piece of music in front of me and just sing it. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be a part of that group. I'm also in the Soul Sisters. If you're ever watching and looking at my social media, me and my two best friends, we sing all around the DC area. We've had some amazing opportunities. We got to sing on Capitol Hill. We've done so much with them, and I'm just so grateful. Like, if I had not have come to Howard, these opportunities would not have presented themselves. So I'm telling you, it's all about aligning yourself with the will of your life.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so awesome. Um, so are y'all working on any music with either of the groups or you yourself?
So, Halo Wheeler, right now, I'm working with a lot of different people trying to pull some music together. So, there might be a project coming soon. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. I'm getting to work with a lot of different producers and people from the Birmingham area, the DC area. So there's that. I also just got 3 features on a new album with a brass group up in DC. So you can check out Music Education. You'll hear a familiar voice. I also have a song or 2 on the Afro Blue album, We Shall Overcome. You can check that out as well. And my single, La La La, is out. You better stream it and listen
Nice.
to it. And for all my La 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 fans, I have something extremely special coming for you guys very, very soon. So make sure you're following me and stay tuned so you can, see what's coming up.
That's awesome. So, one question I have to ask everyone that I interview: what would be something that you would tell someone who is either on the fence, they want to start a business, or they're at the cusp, they want to go into their craft, whether it's a creative, an artist, an entrepreneur? What is something that you would tell somebody, or some advice that you would give to someone that wants to start?
Honestly, there's nothing to it but to just do it. I think you have to, fear is normal. You're going to have apprehension. You're going to be in denial a bit, but you have to just kind of step into those waters. You never know. You never know what God has for you. And I think I always attribute that to me going to DC. Although I am so gung-ho and Howard Pro, I was very afraid to leave Birmingham. I was very apprehensive to go to Howard, so far away from my home. But it was just one of those things where I just had to step, you know?
Yeah.
And when I did, look at all the amazing things that came from that. So you have to just do it. And if you want to be an artist, make sure you got your stuff together, girl or guy. Yeah. Put that Instagram up. Record those videos. Just do it. There are going to be people who support you, people who will want to push you. You just have to step out on faith and do it.
That's awesome. I love that. And I know that to be true because you're not the first person and won't be the last person to have that answer.
Yeah.
it's one of the things I say all the time, whether it's in my videos or just it's something that's been with me since high school. I say life's like Nike, just do it, you
Just
know.
do it. Yeah.
Because we can find so many reasons and excuses to not do something, you know. Well, maybe this, maybe that, and again, you never know until you do it. So that's awesome. So now tell the people first of all, if there's anything that I know you did some halfway leaks for some things people to be looking out, but tell people how they can get in touch with you or anything else that you want them to know, your social media. um, just let the people know.
Yeah. So following me is super, super easy. Halo Wheeler everywhere. Halo, like the halo on your head, and Wheeler like a four-wheeler. You know how we ride in Bama. You know how we do.
Love
You
it.
can find me everywhere. You can find my music everywhere. Make sure you're streaming. Make sure you're staying on top of whatever I got coming next because you just never know.
Love that. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited for um, everybody that's doing some things and that's moving. And this whole segment is just it's almost energy for me because I love seeing people's the things that people don't see. These are things that people don't think about. They see Halo and they don't know all the other things. Like, how long has she been doing this? And what's going on with her now? Is she in Birmingham? Is she so I love that. I'm so excited for everything that you have done, everything that you are doing, and that's coming up for you. I'm grateful as well to give me the opportunity to interview you and to chat with you. So proud of you.
Thank you. No, I am proud of you. Just being able to find all of these different Black businesses and highlighting them is so important during this time, especially when we have so much going on in our world. So I just wanted to encourage you, Black man. I'm just so proud of you and everything that you've done. Yes, yes. So just kudos to you.
Thank you so much. And of course, I'm going to put every link I can find for you to find Halo in the comments. Make sure you follow her, connect with her, support this amazing artist because she is, I promise you, you hear her one time, you see her, the energy, the gift that she brings, and you'll be hooked. So make sure you connect with her on everything that she has going on. I'm going to put some links in the comments and also subscribe to this page, like, share. Let's get this out. Let's let people know from C to C about some Black business booming. And join me next time. I will see everyone later. Peace.
Bye, guys.